To you.
A bill that will never become law in your lifetime. This is an issue that's near and dear to my heart because I grew up in the Low Country. Are we? Okay. This is a bill that is near and dear to my heart, offshore drilling. As a state lawmaker, the very first bill I ever filed as a state lawmaker was against offshore drilling. The very first rally I ever spoke at as a state lawmaker was against offshore drilling. I even stood shoulder to shoulder with Democrat Joe Cunningham at an anti-seismic testing event just a few weeks after he was elected in 2018. This is an issue Republicans and Democrats can come together on. And the state of South Carolina has done a remarkable job to ban offshore drilling off our coast temporarily. Just a few weeks ago, I know that when the president did the 10-year ban on offshore off our coast, a few weeks ago, Democrat Joe Cunningham was attacking our president for the moratorium rather than coming on board with Republicans and Democrats who wanted to see this happen. What he's not going to tell you about his bill is that it was not bipartisan. Not a single other member of South Carolina's delegation even voted for it. So if you can't even get members of your state on your team on this legislation, it's never going to become law. It'll never pass the U.S. Senate and will never find its way on the desk for the president to sign it into law. I agree. I want to see a permanent ban off South Carolina's coast, but we can't do it unless we have truly bipartisan measures and not partisan. Democrat Joe Cunningham talks about low country over party, but it's been party over low country ever since the first day he was elected.
Mr. Cunningham, a chance to respond?
Yeah, I'd like to respond to a couple of those things. First of all, she said that no one in South Carolina's delegation supported it. She knows that Majority Whip Jim Clyburn supported that bill. And she knows that Majority Whip Clyburn couldn't vote on that bill because he's caring for his ailing wife. And I think that's reprehensible. The fact that no other member of South Carolina's delegation supported it is probably because they support offshore drilling. And what you didn't hear from my opponent is why exactly she doesn't support the bill. And let me go ahead and tell you why. Because it's politics. Because it's my name on the bill. And she don't want to try to give credit to anyone because it may hurt her politically. And quite frankly, that's what people hate about politics. The fact that you can't even acknowledge something's good for people because it may hurt you politically. I don't care who gets the credit for it as long as it makes the Low Country better. But my opponent doesn't share those values.